obviously we'll talk John Carroll hoops. We're going to talk 300-plus wins. And are you good with us talking about Morgan Mentors?
Yeah.
We'd love to talk about that. Yes, sir. All right, if you want to throw the headphones on, sir.
How'd you find that one?
Hey, she finds them.
That's impressive. It's a long time ago.
All right. You'll hear 5 seconds of silence, then we'll go right into it.
The DMV Hoops Podcast.
This is Jonathan Scribner, head girls basketball coach at St. John's College High School, and this is the DMV Hoops Podcast.
Welcome to the DMV Hoops Podcast. As always, I'm Kurt Cross. I'm your host. We are at the Capital Hoops Summer League at DeMatha. We are in playoffs time. We bring you the coaches, we bring you the players, we bring you the interviews, and we are so happy to be here right now. It is quiet in the gym because they're taking free throws. We're in game 3, I guess it is, of the day, but the playoffs are here. It's win or go home, and of course, we're bringing you one of the coaches I've been trying to get on this podcast for a while. I just never seem to be in the gym recording when John Carroll is here. But please welcome Mr. Seth Goldberg. Thank you for joining us, Coach.
Appreciate it.
All right, Coach, you just had a win over Good Counsel, which means survive and advance. You will play tomorrow. I just had one of your players, Mr. Aiden Abel, and he said you made the Final Four last year. He's hungrier for a little bit more. So now that you're here, sir, how is this team different from last year? What did you learn last year? And what are we looking forward to tomorrow?
Well, that's a lot of loaded questions right there. I think every time you coach, every year you coach, they're all different teams, right? And Coach Mel, who's been with me now, this is our 20th year together, Coach, and taking the lead with the Summer League. It's tremendous to see these guys really just trying to live the culture that we talk a lot about. And I think our two teams are very different because you graduate a bunch of seniors and now you have new leaders, and this group is really special and really connected. Some of these guys have been playing together for 3-4 years. So, it's really unique. The Summer League's been great for us because it really challenges us. Get to see a lot of tough moments and see who our guys are in those moments.
And in the private school sector, it's kind of tough also because, I'm not suggesting your school because I'm not deeply involved with your school or the DNA of the players, but I see a lot of schools where 1 year they're here, 1 year they're there, and then for 2 years they're somewhere else. So to say that you've got some players that have played together 3 or 4 years, well, maybe they want to play for you and your coaching staff. Maybe that's part of it.
I think we've been really fortunate. I don't want to compare us to anybody else, but for us, in my 7 years at John Carroll, we've had very few guys leave, and we really focus on just trying to bring in the right guys and that fit us and fit each other. And so we've been really fortunate. I really say we have great kids, so we're really, really lucky.
Excellent. You've been there. You've coached a bunch of years, but you've got 100-plus wins with John Carroll. In the last 19 seasons, you've got 300-plus wins. You run Seth Goldberg basketball camps. You're the AD over there at John Carroll. But we're going to switch away from basketball, and let's talk about Morgan Mentors. Tell me a little bit about that because, one thing that a common theme with all the coaches I've had on this podcast is if you can't do more than just teach the 84 by 50, you're failing the kids. And it sounds like you're doing more than just teaching them how to bounce a basketball.
Well, I was really fortunate, when I got into this, having the mentors that I had really showed me the impact that we can have on kids.
Right.
And, I still remember the first day I went to Coach Wooten's basketball camp as a coach, and to listen to him talk and really kind of showed me not just, hey, I want to coach, but who I wanted to be and what I wanted to do. And you fast forward, I still remember it, teaching at Winston Middle School, and I had one of the best student teachers I could have ever asked for. Never would have been possible to start the program that we did, but he was a student teacher at Morgan State, a guy by the name of Chris Cash.
Okay.
And actually played for Forello he was a basketball kid at Eleanor Roosevelt.
Right.
And just a tremendous young man. And we, with his help, we paired up. I want to say we had close to 200 Morgan State students paired with 200 middle school students. And we paired them up based on interest. It was tremendous. Honestly, it was. I really enjoyed teaching in Baltimore City when I was there, but that program, and then when I left, he took my job, and I know he continued it once I left. So just really fortunate to, once again, just surround yourself with good people and you get a chance to do good things.
There's just more to basketball than basketball.
Oh, yeah. I'm a culture nut. Anybody that knows me, I'm a huge believer in how we impact other people, and I've just been very fortunate to be around people who have impacted me, and our job as coaches, I believe, and our job that we want for our players is how many different people can you impact, and if you can keep impacting others, we're all winning. Like, that's just the reality.
Now, where the heck is Seth Goldberg from?
So, I'm from New Jersey.
All right.
I went to DeMatha College, and when I was there, my story kind of began. I had a really good friend of mine that was going to go down and coach with the Wootens, and I didn't know who the Wootens were, and so he convinced me to travel down to D.C. and try to change my whole life without a job, without anything, and so I went from New Jersey and end up working 6 weeks at camp for Morgan Wooten and just being a fly in the wall. And
that's what you got to
do. My first year with it was right around time Joe goes over from DeMatha to O'Connell.
Right.
I didn't have a job. I was the third assistant on the freshman team. I became the third assistant on the JV team. I became the third assistant on the varsity team, and I was just everywhere. And then from there, I kind of climbed the ladder, was a head JV coach, moved on after 4 years with Joe, was very fortunate, coached a lot of great players, including Ahmad Smith over at Good Counsel there. And then from there, went on to Gibbons and coached with Bob Flynn, who's one of the best human beings I'd have ever been around.
That's Cardinal Gibbons, right?
That's Cardinal Gibbons.
Yep.
We went together, and started to change the culture up at McDaniel College. And my story just kept continuing, went on to St. Paul's, and just been really, really fortunate.
You look like you're in your 30s or maybe early 40s.
I love that.
That's a lot of resume for a young guy.
By the way, I love that. I'll come on here every day if you keep telling me I'm in my
30s or 40s.
I love that.
You know what? You just told a story that's eerily similar to my wife. She came down from Western New York because this guy invited her to come down here and said, hey, come down here. We never dated before, but we've been friends forever. She came down without a job.
It's crazy.
She came down and took a leap of faith.
I love that.
That was 20 years ago.
I love that for you.
And I'm going home to her tonight. That's still my wife.
No, it's great, man, right? Just like marriage, when you're around great people, life's great.
Right. So let's get back to hoops on this side of it. What does this summer league do for your team? What growth do you see here for your team?
Well, I think, once again, I'm very fortunate, to have an assistant that's been with me for, I guess we're going on 20 years together. Coach Mel is doing a tremendous job of coaching culture and getting these guys to understand that, it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be, the tough moments will make us who we are. And for us, that's what the summer's about, right?
Okay.
Like, I'm not an execution guy right now. We're not trying to run the best sets. We just want to play hard, control what we can, and put our best foot forward and enjoy being around each other.
Do you find it valuable that in the summertime and for your summer league, this gentleman who's an extension of you, but they hear it from a different voice, not your voice?
100%. Now I will tell you this. I keep coming back to it. Both with one of my assistants who coached last summer, Coach Motz, who was one of my former players, and then to have Mel, they are sending the same messages. And I could step away for a month, and our program is in a great place.
Well, that's what you want, right?
Oh, it's
like having the perfect point guard, right?
And the reality is so many coaches have to do it on their own.
Right.
And when you do it on your own, you can only do so much.
Right.
And when you have people that are, on the same page as you, it gives you a chance to really step away and you can do a lot more. And as a program, that's what we've been able to do. That's why, I would say we really do a great job of development because I've got multiple guys that are capable head coaches.
Right. What's your favorite component of the Capital Hoops Summer League? Because you could be you don't have to come down here from Bel Air.
No, first of all, Mark does a tremendous job of just the organization, just the way that everything kind of works together. He tries to make this into something that people are proud of and people want to be a part of. And so you get great competition, you know, and I don't, you know, I love seeing different teams that we haven't seen before.
Exactly.
And so it's just, you know, for us, it's a drive, don't get me wrong, especially on a day like today.
Dude, 95 South for you?
It took me over 2 hours today.
Because you're coming on the other side of the Fort McHenry Tunnel, right?
Yeah, we are.
Good
we are
God.
up. We're up there. Now, it's an hour and 15 at the right time.
All right, you come here at midnight, you're good. Right?
But no, it's been tremendous. And once again, we're just really fortunate. You know, I will tell you that we are really lucky to be able to come down and have something like this, where you just get all the great teams in the area that want to compete. Well,
we love that you guys are here, and you've spoken. So please give your assistant coach a shout. What's his name?
Jeremy Melody, and I'll also shout out Alex Mott today. Both do a tremendous job.
Well, this is the thing. This is the challenge. Win tomorrow, and let me get one of those coaches on the podcast, right?
I love that. I love that. I love that.
Well, I will not speak publicly about the favor your team just did for me. I told you about that, not on the microphones, so I appreciate that. But does this help? Oh, the answer is yes, it does help you. But how far along can we get John Carroll so that come November, we're not starting from scratch again? Like, you want to hit the ground running.
Yeah, you know, I think, you know, I think the mistake we all make as coaches is we think that because of what we've done in the past that we've now been able to take the next step. And I think when we're dealing with kids, we're going to find out where they are in November. We hope it helps, but at the end of the day, that's we got to wait and see, right? And it's but I will tell you, I think all of our guys are learning a lot of lessons right now, and most importantly, we've got some great leaders. And if those guys continue to lead, I like where we're going in November.
Are you senior heavy? Are you older, younger? Where are you?
So we got five seniors that are playing a lot for us right now.
Okay.
You know, so you know, excited for those guys, and you know, but we just have a great group. You know, if you talk to any of them, they just love being together, and our seniors are really doing a great job of leading.
If someone who's listening to our podcast, let's say me even, if I'm going to put on my Brave hat and go up 95 North and see y'all play in November, December.
Not too far, by the way. It's really not that far, but keep going.
Hopefully on a weekend. Hopefully on a weekend where there's no traffic. And the Orioles are not playing, and the Ravens are not playing, and everything, and Navy's not playing. But what are we going to see? And why should we come up there?
Yeah, you know, I think most people who know me know what you're going to see. You're going to see a team that really enjoys being together. They're going to share the ball. They'll be tough. You know, and they're gonna be out there representing the game of basketball in a positive way, John Carroll in a positive way. And I will tell you, I think, you know, I would hope that we're competing just at a really, really high level and having a lot of fun doing it, you know.
Who's circled on your calendar? What's the rivalry up there?
I would tell you, you know, the first Monday in November is circled on my calendar.
Okay.
Because that's our first day of practice.
Yes, exactly.
I'm not going to lie to you. I don't get caught up in who we're playing. Okay. Beautiful thing about having a great staff, I focus on us.
Okay.
They focus on them.
Right.
So to me, it's, you know, obviously you want to get yourselves as ready as you can, get into your league play, and just keep getting better every year. I tell everybody, our goal is January, February. We want to just get as many lessons as we can. You know,
Coach Steve Turner, my very good friend. He's at Mount Verde now. He was at Gonzaga for over 20 years. And that's what he says as well. Yep. He said he just wants to be the right team come late February.
That's all it is. If you look at my career record, I may have 300 wins. I bet you 250 are in January and February.
That's when it matters?
Oh, we've never been good in November and December. You know, take a look at that record. I'd probably get fired in most places.
So I don't put coaches and players on the spot, but I do ask this question. How do we feel about the 25-26 season?
I'm excited. Once again, but what excites me is probably different than the everyday coach.
Okay.
What excites me is how connected are our guys, how are they able to control the things that we can.
Okay.
And this is a group that I think really has a chance to do it. And if we do, we typically have a lot of success.
Well, then it sounds like I need to make a trip up there, let's say after MLK Day.
That's probably a good time. That's a good time.
Because you say I might not like what I see in November.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, though? I will tell you this. We're going to fight like crap to make sure it happens earlier. But
all right.
I'm excited who will be in November or January, February.
All right, folks. John Carroll. They're up in Bel Air, Maryland. Coach Seth Goldberg. There's more to basketball. This guy it's more to him than basketball. Coach Brad Ripito at the table over there. He's the one who told me I got to get you on the podcast. So, Brad, we've done it. We got him on the podcast. No, we appreciate your time. But guess what? I'm going to see you tomorrow because I'm going to be at this broadcast table, and your team's in the Final Four.
And I will be sitting on the bench as my assistant coach takes the lead because he's doing a great job.
Yes, and I've seen that so far this summer league. Thank you, Coach. This is the DMV Hoops Podcast.
The DMV Hoops Podcast is hosted by Kirk Cross, featuring Adam Crain. Thanks for listening.